Well, hello and welcome to the Shallow Proclamation. My name is Paul and I'm joined by...
Thomas.
And we are about to watch episode 2 of The Enemy of the World. Only our second complete Troughton story, so it's good to have something to get our teeth into, really, isn't it, with Troughton?
Yeah, stodgy Troughton.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that was a great cliffhanger. I'm excited to see how it's resolved.
What are you doing here, huh?
I was under the impression you were in the Central European zone.
This guy, the guy in the black there, apparently he hated working on this. He regarded it as low-grade children's fare.
Really? Wow.
Get clever with me, Kent.
He said at the time it was the worst thing he'd ever done and he didn't want to be on the show again.
Plan not.
That's interesting.
So he came back 10 years later.
Did he?
It's beginning to look as if the
Because now it feels like if you want to be a serious actor, you have to do Doctor Who at some point.
Absolutely, of course. It's always weird seeing the Doctor out of his normal outfit, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's just very casual Doctor. Sunday afternoon Doctor, you know.
yeah, putting on a box set and eating some Ferrero Rocher. What is a salamander? It's like a kind of amphibious thing, isn't it?
Here is a salamander.
Controller of the zone.
Ah, that's
But there
pretty
is
cool.
there is more of a fish-based one.
Kind
Ah,
of
here
a
we go.
cross between a newt and a lizard, isn't it?
Types of salamanders.
Oh wow, look at that. So why do you reckon they've called him Salamander in the script? What does that convey about his character? Does it show us that he is a slippery character?
Maybe there is a fire salamander, a marbled salamander, a
Oh,
blue spotted salamander. Oh, now this guy is in loads of Doctor Who. See, I don't really know him for anything else, but I think of him as quite a well-known actor because I grew up watching him on Doctor Who.
right, yeah.
even to someone like you.
He's the impossible man.
He was with John.
Keeps coming up in Doctor Who.
Exactly.
Now this guy, the older guy, he also appears in Doctor Who later. The Time Lord, I believe.
Oh, really?
Fire salamander, volcano. There
Yes.
you go. I have a feeling it's a little hard to tell on black and white, but I think from my prior knowledge as well as looking at the image, I think Troughton is a little bit blacked up.
Oh, no.
Have I ever told you that when Troughton became Doctor, he wanted to have like an outfit that looked like a pirate's,
Right.
and he wanted to be blacked up. That's not even a joke. Like that was
Really?
literally his idea, but it
So
got
they did-
vetoed.
They didn't go with that suggestion.
Didn't go with that. I'm not sure we'd be watching this 60 years later. I'm not sure the show would still be going.
Under a disused jetty by the river.
Disused Yeti?
No, jetty. Anything else to tell us?
He's still caught up in the abominable snowman. It's very well done because,
Bring him on his
as we were saying,
Come along then.
it is clearly Troughton playing it, but he is doing a very different performance, isn't he? So
Yeah, very different, isn't it?
you believe that this is a different human being
Very generous.
in the
Absolutely, you
story.
do.
Like I do the girl Farrier, huh?
Because we had this with Hartnell in The Massacre, didn't we? But that was a recon for when there was his doppelganger, so we didn't really see how that came across.
Yeah,
You stay for
it
dinner.
was all of Recon, wasn't it? The Abbott, I think,
But
was it?
yeah,
Ah, is that a video playing of Jamie walking towards them? That
green
is so
screen.
good. Like the image
yeah,
isn't
it
quite
could be
steady.
back projected onto that screen actually.
I
couldn't
think it must be, yeah.
it turns out it was they'd actually swapped places for the entire story.
The entire British Tokyo Rangers are in eruption.
In fact, all the Doctor Who we've seen so far with Troughton has actually been Salamander,
Salamander.
and this is where they're finally going to change places.
He was a ganger.
History of Hungary is about to be rewritten.
Whoa. We're in Hungary, and it's Volcano Day.
At your trial, Federer will be the chief witness against you.
Whoa.
Hmm.
A brooding cliffhanger.
Well,
What did you make of that?
yeah, great. I mean, Troughton's having an absolute ball, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
What a kind of delicious part for him to get his teeth into, and he's very much getting his teeth into it.
Yeah.
again, it's the. I mean, yeah. So I think it's for me. My favorite thing here is Salamander. And Troughton's job, what he's doing in portraying him, and but there's this real sort of. Yeah, that's like that real manipulative dictator type thing, isn't it? There, how he's sort of, he's holding that guy's Ford over his head so he can get him to do what he wants, and how he's just removed Dinesh. So really kind of like this sort of insurmountable, or someone that you can't really stand against because there's always someone loyal to him, So I think the concept is great, and it looks, as you've said all the way through, it looks so good as well. The whole thing. I also like, just as I mentioned, the international flavour of the story. So we've already jumped around from quite a few nations, haven't we? And like having a story that's, having that scene there set in Hungary, it's really, it just feels unusual, doesn't it? Because it's not the kind of thing you tend to get in Doctor Who, or even in many things, really, like something that jumps around in that way, and particularly to those kind of locations. I mean, I know they're not those locations, but it seems an odd setting to use. Probably if you live in Hungary, you're more used to it. But for those of us who are not Hungary based,
Hungarian, yes.
Yeah.
Do we have any viewers from Hungary?
Don't know what our viewership's like.
Yeah.
So it's got this kind of very much an international flavour to the story, and like I said, lots of different accents and characters, and some quite big performances as well. Like, I didn't get a chance to mention it during this. There was that guard. I hope he's going to appear again, but there was a guard who had quite a big, over the top performance. Just some of it was very kind of elaborate in the small moments he had. So I hope he comes back.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a good one as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, great stuff. Well, should we crack open the next one?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, thanks for watching, everyone. Do subscribe if you'd like to join us for the next one. And join our Discord server, our community, if you'd like to continue the conversations. Link in the description below. But see you soon.
Bye-bye.